Is the price of silver catching up to gold? What is driving the silver price higher today? And is now a good time to swap your silver for gold? We've seen some incredible gains in gold this year, so let's look at the gold to silver ratio and discuss what's going on with silver, what's driving it higher, and whether now is a good time to swap, coming right up. Hey, welcome back to my channel, Gold and Silver Stackers. We've got a mess on our hands here. There's war in the Middle East. We've got a presidential candidate with 0 votes talking about price fixing. We have record high credit card debt in the United States and record high auto loan debt. We're also facing decades high inflation, and real wages have not risen in this country for the last 3 years. Pretty ugly talking points right there. There are plenty of reasons to think that silver should be kicking ass. But here we are. Silver is still trying to climb above and stay above 30 US dollars. Now, we've recently seen the price of silver kind of come back up and make some gains on gold. But before we get too excited as silver stackers, let's take a look at how silver has performed against gold for the last 5 years. And after that, we'll talk about what's driving the price of silver up over the last 30 days. All right, so looking at the 5-year chart for the gold to silver ratio. So what is the gold to silver ratio? It is the ounces in silver you need to have the same value as 1 ounce of gold on a spot price to spot price comparison. Looking now, we're at a GSR of 84-1, meaning it'll take 84 ounces to equal 1 ounce of gold. Looking back at the 22nd of February 2021, 65-1, that would have been your best chance over the last 5 years to swap silver for gold. Now, that worst opportunity obviously was right there when COVID was breaking out. 16 March 2020, silver dropped to like $11 or $12 an ounce, but you could see it recovered very quickly. Now, looking out at the last 1 year, once again, we're sitting at 84-1. That is 84 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. Back in November of 23, it was a little better at 80 ounces. And now when we get to year to date, that's where it really starts to kind of look fairly obvious, the pattern that is, that silver has been somewhat catching ground. You could see a big old spike back there on the 29th of May. That would have been a great day to swap silver for gold. But right now, not looking like a great time. So even though silver is banging on $30 again, and we're seeing some pretty good price action with silver versus gold over the last 30 days, really not a great time to swap silver for gold when you kind of expand and look out over the last 5 years and even over the last several months. So why is silver doing so well right now, and why has gold kind of stopped just above 2,500 US dollars, kind of moving in between 2,500 and 2,550? Let's take a look at what's driving silver right now, and it's going to be the US dollar. So what is the US dollar index? Well, the US dollar index is a measure of the value of the US dollar relative to a basket of foreign currencies. The 6 currencies included in the index are often referred to as America's most significant trading partners, but the index has really only been updated once, back in 1999, and it began in 1973. So when you see the dollar index decrease, that means head lower, that means the dollar is weaker, which means it is easier to buy gold in foreign currencies. It's easier to buy silver in foreign currencies because gold and silver are valued in dollars. So when your currency in a foreign country becomes stronger as compared to the dollar, you can gobble up silver and gold. And that's why we're seeing silver going up. The dollar index is coming down and silver is going up. Take a look at the date, early August. Now look at the price action for silver back here again on the year-to-date chart. Tell me I'm wrong. When the strength of America's dollar falls, that is a bullish indicator for both silver and gold, but it really is a bullish indicator for silver. And we've been seeing that over the last 30 days. So while the dollar has weakened and silver is up, the data would suggest that now really isn't the best time to swap silver for gold with a ratio of 84-1. The best time over the last 5 years was back in February of 2021 when the ratio fell to 65-1, and that worst time would have been right during that COVID crash when the ratio was near 120-1. That was the time to back the truck up and buy as much silver as you could get. Now, taking COVID out of the equation, the ratio was trading at nearly 90-1 before that happened. So doing some quick math, 90-1 is a bad time. 84-1 really isn't much better. I'd look at an opportunity to swap silver for gold when we see a number closer to 70 to 1. But when looking out at the last 5 years, once again, the best number we got was 65 to 1. So there you go. Over the last 5 years, now you know kind of roundabout where silver is trading today as compared to gold. So is it a good time to swap silver for gold? In my opinion, if we're taking historical ratios into perspective for the last 5 years, I'm not going back to 1964, okay, guys? I'm not doing all that crap. The world has changed. No, today, it's not a great time to swap your higher premium silver for gold. Best to keep your silver in your stack, and if you want to add gold to your stack, it does make a little more sense, in my opinion, to buy gold outright and just hold on to your silver. Again, please keep in mind that the gold to silver ratio is on a spot to spot basis. So if you've got higher premium silver that you're looking to swap for low premium gold, that ratio is going to be lower. However, when sticking to evaluating swapping silver to gold on a spot to spot basis, my opinion once again is that we're not there yet. It's best to keep your silver. As a reminder, the best way to play the gold to silver ratio in my experience is by buying low premium silver that you intend to swap to gold in the future. And I'd be looking for low premium gold when you do that swap. That keeps the GSR more accurate in terms of ounces of silver for gold. When you start mixing premiums into the equation, the ratio does change. So if you're stacking, say, American Silver Eagles as an example, and you want to swap those higher premium silver coins for something lower premium like a 1 ounce Pamp Swiss gold bar, then again, 84 to 1 is not going to be accurate. It's probably closer to 75 to 1 because the amount that you're going to get back when you sell those Silver Eagles is going to be over spot. And what you pay for that 1 ounce gold bar is going to be very near spot if you're shopping at a local coin shop. So that's going to be my opinion on whether or not now is a good time to swap silver for gold. I don't think it is, even though we are seeing a weakening dollar, which is driving the value of silver up, gaining a little ground, that is regaining some of that lost ground in the gold to silver ratio. Obviously, the ratio has been as high as 121 over the last 5 years and down as low as 65 to 1. So when you think 84 to 1, maybe it's on the lower side, but that's not really reality. That had to do with COVID. The ratio was trading around 90 to 1. So yeah, it's a little more favorable today than it was just before COVID started in 2020. But really, guys, if you're looking to swap silver for gold, wait for one of those opportunities for us to get further down, somewhere in the 70 to 1. Maybe even better than that, 60 to 1 ratio. That's going to be the best time, in my opinion, especially when we look at the last 5 to 10 years on the gold to silver ratio for doing that swap. So thank you all for watching today's video. Obviously, if you're stacking gold and silver, you're doing great. Okay, you're doing great. You're protecting yourself. You've recognized that the value of the dollar has significantly decreased. Inflation, global tensions, politics, you name it. There's so many reasons to be in gold and silver today. And if you look at the charts, especially when you look at the gold chart, you've been doing well. So thank you, my friends. Really appreciate you being here today and supporting the channel. If you like today's video, please consider leaving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys all again soon on another stacking video coming real soon.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.